Welcome
Hey,
to the first episode
hey everybody.
of My Dead Dog.
Uh, Welcome to
This
My
is
Dead Dog.
we're a new podcast. We're just starting out.
Just a
Yeah.
couple of boys.
We have no previous credentials. Cr-
If I was to write a resume right now, I would have.
my name's
I worked for my parents.
my name's Ethan.
Hey,
This is Jackson.
hi. I'm Jackson.
This is pre-recorded.
Well, it's really post-recorded.
It's post-recorded. We did not do an intro for the first episode.
Yeah, we kind of.
As-
I don't. I
as
guess
we
we forgot. We just sort of.
Yeah.
We just launched into it, and here we are,
So,
several hours later.
We will be doing an intro in every episode, though.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. This isn't. Don't get used to this. This isn't. You're not special. This is not. This isn't. And welcome to the podcast. And all right, fuck it.
shit. Let's Google it.
Google what?
Good podcast ideas for your brand new show.
For your brain.
Let's look at this list here.
That sounds like us.
Top. Oh my. The harsh reality about X. Wow, dude, these are really how to save money with X. How to
Okay.
stay motivated.
I mean, we can give financial tips. You know,
I-
took a finance class.
I'm gonna kill myself if we give financial tips. I'll tell you that right now. Let's
Oh.
see. These are all terrible. I'll tell you what. This is. There's nothing like a list of 100 garbage topics to realize how useless podcasts are.
Well, I mean, it could be video game.
We just fucking talk. We just talk about our lives, man.
All right, sure.
You know,
What's going on? What's going on with you?
nothing much.
All right. That's
That's it. We're done. That's our only topic. We're just
See, that's the problem. This you don't really have a lot to say about that because you're fucking.
I went to Chem Lab today,
How's that?
and I got solid bleach on my cheek.
That's not good.
And then it burned really bad.
There was. What was I doing? I was in like a bio lab in high school or something.
Yeah.
It was lab tech, and we were doing something with like this shit that was like silver. It was like silver something or other,
Right.
and if it got on you, it would stain your skin. And I got some on my finger, and it looked like I was like a burn victim.
All right. Move on to our next segment in the podcast. Fucking with the stereo sound.
Yeah, I mean, Noah does it. Maybe we should ask him so we can get him online.
Well, I feel like we need both, because I don't want to we could probably switch between like mic and stereo sounds,
Uh-huh.
but that's a lot of hassle. And if I want to play something quick, I want to hit you with a zinger,
Yeah.
a quick sound effect. It won't.
No, I got. Yeah, that.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
So how about that? The League of Legends. What's going on in there?
Uh. Worlds is going on. Fucking.
Who are you again? How did you get here?
I don't know. Do you want to?
Yeah, so the team's playing in Worlds. I see TSM got annihilated.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Just
You want?
we don't have to talk about this, but I'd like to go ahead and really put out my hatred for TSM. I feel
All
like
right.
they're
Well, you can't just.
what's up?
All right, go ahead. Yep. Is that from your phone? You can't. That's so fucking grainy, dude. You can't fucking play sound effects from your phone. The low budget podcast is. God fucking Christ. All right.
Okay. Fuck it. Okay. Well,
Yeah. League of Legends. Why do you hate TSM? What's up? What's your beef?
okay? So when I tell people about League of Legends, I'm like, there's a team called TSM, and they're like the Yankees of League of Legends. They always win everything, and most of them are smug assholes. And yeah,
How do you know?
so unlike professional baseball players, well, maybe more so the professional baseball players, League of Legends personalities are more well known, I guess, because they stream.
Okay.
People stream to audiences and they make side money from that.
Right.
So it's a lot easier to know the players. You feel like you know them a lot more than you would know like A-Rod or something. You see A-Rod on TV, you're like, that guy's a steroid-ridden fuck.
Wow.
If you're a League of Legends player, you're like, wow, that guy's a steroid-ridden fuck because he told me on his stream.
All right. So you just think you just think that they're all assholes?
Well, not all of them. So like Bjergsen he seems like a pretty.
I would just I think most of them are pretty. The only one I don't like is Double Lift.
Okay.
For those of
Is
you
it because he's Asian?
for those of you who don't know the TSM's roster, Double Lift is the AD carry. I guess we probably should have clarified that at the beginning.
I don't. Yeah. All right.
I mean, this is like basic league knowledge.
Well,
I mean, if we're gonna
we should
talk about
League
this,
of Legends, it's a video game.
yeah, it's
Maybe you knew
very
maybe-
well-known video game, very popular video game.
I think it's the popular video game.
If you don't like video games, don't listen to this
I can get behind that.
because we're going to talk about it, and I really don't want to explain. I mean, I'll explain the basis of things, but I'm not gonna,
Yeah. No.
So this is a segment. This episode,
there's a certain level of knowledge that you need to have before.
if you're not aroused when this topic comes up, probably just go ahead and tune out because we're gonna plow through.
No, I think that's
So anyway,
double lift. AD carry.
Hitler did nothing wrong.
Oh, whoa, hey.
Double Lift's the 80 carry on TSM. He's pretty smug in general. I think it's well known.
Yeah.
Community that he's kind of a dick.
Yeah.
He's formerly trash talked people like.
And not without some sort of basis though, because he's really good.
That's true.
He's pretty talented.
Guess we should say that, but at the same time, I feel like if you're that good, some kind of standard needs to be held. Some kind of. I mean, it doesn't. I don't want to say it needs to be held, but like,
Are you talking about like as far as role models are concerned?
it's somewhat, yeah. And this is a bigger topic than League of Legends.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
this
kind of
goes
extensive, yeah.
pretty much all sports,
Mhm.
but it's just like I don't think it's expected that you're a good role model. Like if you're a great player, I don't think you have to be a good role model.
Okay. Well,
I'd say
take Faker. Faker's the best player in the world, and he doesn't, as far as I know, he doesn't shit talk people.
right. What time is it?
So, so basically,
But yeah,
basically, you're saying
I'm
Double is
s-
the
well-
only person on TSM that you have a problem with.
yes.
What about
I don't-
Hauser? What about him?
I haven't heard like
He's the top laner.
what game is this? I haven't I haven't heard him like trash talk anyone formally. He's not like I mean, I don't know. I really don't follow that shit too much, but I really haven't heard much of anything
Okay.
out of him.
From what I've gathered from browsing Reddit and browsing Reddit,
Would you qualify that as a reliable source?
yes, for the
First of
Legends
all-
stuff, absolutely.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
He doesn't trash talk people. Like he doesn't say I'm better than. Well, he doesn't say, Flame is shitty. He says I'm the best top laner in the world, or I'm the best top laner in NA. And
Yeah.
yeah, and he does stuff like that, and then he goes to Worlds, and then he loses. Didn't even get out of groups.
Okay.
So-
well, that's kind of
That's what gets me going. And they're taking the spot of an NA team that could potentially do better. I don't know who would have done better from the last NA season because it was kind of sad. A lot of good teams
Well-
sort of fell off at the end. So I'm not saying that TSM didn't deserve to be there, but they always shit the bed internationally.
Twitch is my favorite champ.
That's true. Twitch is a good champion. He goes invisible.
How? Let's talk about Haunter.
All right.
He's he's probably
What race
a
is he?
douche.
Is he white? Is he white?
Do you want to?
Is he? What?
Could we?
I'm looking this up.
Do you want to not? He's Asian of sorts, but first of all, we can't talk about this. This is
Oh, he's 22.
I don't. Is that related to his race?
Well, so he was born the day before I was, but a
That's-
year earlier. That's interesting.
That's information I could have gone the rest of my life without knowing. Let's talk about that.
All right.
Let's talk about pointless information.
All right.
This is
can go to the trivia
something
section.
that gets my dick hard on Sunday.
All right. Did you?
I
Okay.
you
I
you gonna
thought
say?
you were going.
Oh well. I do not like most women.
All right. Do you?
Here's the thing. Information has a certain priority. And some things you censor out just by default. You're like, this doesn't need to be known. This isn't significant, right?
Yeah.
In general, women teachers and other women tend to say more useless information. And I've noticed this since like probably years ago. And it might just be me and I might just be an oversensitive asshole, but
I,
I
I'm not
really
offended by a lot of things, but I feel like what you just said there was a little insensitive towards me.
yeah, it definitely was. I can tell you that right now. But it was
Does that mean it shouldn't have been said? Maybe.
when people tell me things I don't care about,
Sure.
what use, like, why are you telling me?
And
Like
you're saying
when-
most of that comes from women.
Yes, in general, I'm not. Women are great,
No, keep talking.
if you're a woman, nothing against you. To our female listeners, which are probably gone, Don't be offended.
I mean,
But
why
all
should
most of the women's women's teachers I've had tell me pointless shit. That's
I don't think there's anything you could say right now that would save you.
no.
I'm sorry.
I'm really far gone.
Yeah. Do you want to?
I don't.
We should.
I
get
just.
Ha-
So Hanser,
Hanser. He's American.
he's Asian,
Yeah, but he's from.
We can-
He's an American. He's an American citizen.
but he's Asian.
But he's. Is he?
If you call someone American, doesn't that mean they're everything technically?
Well, no, because
Because
Well-
no one's indigenous to America except Native Americans.
I was born here.
Right. But your ancestors are not actually from America.
No, but I am.
What? But I don't think that means. I think it transfers over. Your ancestry is not American, so you can't call yourself American.
Well, my parents were born in America.
Would you define someone who was born in America as American
Yes.
in
I think a
ethnic?
lot of people do.
Their ethnicity is American.
Well, maybe not their ethnicity. Their heritage is different.
Their heritage. That's
Yeah.
the word I was.
Heritage. Okay. I feel like that's a different thing.
Yeah, so you can't. Is American really a heritage?
I don't know. I'm not that patriotic, so maybe I would say no. But I'm sure there are people, especially down in the South, where they would say I'm American, and they mean their family wasn't involved in the killing of millions of Jews,
Oh god.
just like, you know, a certain family that I might know.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Sure.
We are you. That's not okay. What you've just done. No, that's. I was being insensitive earlier in this,
Mhm.
but you've crossed a line, and I'll be honest.
I'm just stating facts. I'm a facts.
So if you're American, you are your heritage doesn't exist. You're not American.
Okay.
You can call you anyone from America
Mhm.
and says they're American. I don't really know to believe them because it's like, I mean,
Okay. Okay. So what are you? What is your what?
my heritage,
What's your family?
I'm German and Irish and partially Native American.
I think everyone fucking says they're partially Native American, so I don't know if that. I don't know. If
Okay, well, you feel like you're attacking me.
I'm attacking
No.
anyone who's dumb enough to say that they're. And I don't know where you're.
I'm actually partially Native American.
All right. Well, fucking so am I. Like, don't come at me with that.
No, all right. I'm pretty sure I'm like 1/16th. Like my
That's not
grandfather.
even significant.
Yes.
What?
Do you know what it? To get on the reservation, you have to be. I'm pretty sure it's 1/8 or 1/16th. Don't quote me on that.
Somebody's gonna quote you on that.
My grandmother banged a Native American man. And I watched the whole thing happen. No, but
All right. Well,
yeah, it's
so basically your end goal.
so that's
You're basically just trying to justify your need to live on a reservation.
no.
It's not.
So that's what I am. Where were you going with your point? Why'd you ask me what I am?
I don't know. I didn't.
So Hanser,
He's okay. So, excuse me. If we could get to the team who is actually the NA team is
Right.
still in Worlds and it
Okay.
didn't shit the bed.
okay,
Get out of the easiest group in the fucking entire game.
okay.
Entire Worlds.
Yeah.
And of course, I'm talking about C9, Cloud9. They are the best performing NA team internationally.
Technically,
NA
yes.
team.
Technically, you can say that, but you have to consider individual skill as well as like placings throughout the NA season.
Okay.
Because if we're gonna evaluate team to team, I think TSM is the better.
Okay. So individual players, they're all probably stronger than Cloud9's.
Yes.
Bjergsen and Jensen, that's a close one. Everyone else
Okay.
is pretty far gone.
Right.
I think. I don't know. Impact might be. I don't know. I don't know about Impact. He's Korean-ish.
That has nothing to do.
What? Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Just
My point is that C9 has made it out of groups the last 3 years, maybe last 3 out of 4 years
right.
that they've been to Worlds, and TSM hasn't. And I'd just like to point that out to all the TSM fans.
Well, I think we could go back to Native Americans. Fuck the Native American, and that's coming from a Native American himself.
We're talking about 1/16 of a Native American here.
1/16 of a Native American is insulting all Native Americans because I have a right to do so.
Sure. I mean, I think that's fair.
So, overall team skill
Uh-huh.
is more important, I think, especially in Worlds.
Okay.
How you play as a team is much more important than your individual skill, obviously.
And that's
because
why TSM falls flat.
yeah.
Because
So if we're gonna,
yeah, good. Are you? Is it my turn? Are you going?
TSM is shit as a team. We know this because they do horrible at every international stage.
Yep.
But you have to, if they're shit as a team, why doesn't Cloud9 not beat them?
Because I guess in NA, if in just the NA environment, North American environment,
Okay.
team play doesn't matter as much as individual skill. For whatever reason, play styles when they play each other, it just doesn't fucking matter. Apparently, because TSM beats them most of the time.
I think so. North America. How many Native Americans were?
Several.
That's a good number. Several.
Yeah.
Just going with the yeah.
Hold on. Actually,
So-
I have a question, and this is neither here nor there.
I think
how many people?
Well, before you say that, I think we should just go ahead and at this point, when we've already insulted everyone, go ahead and formally apologize to the audience of anyone who
I mean,
has
I'll
been
let you
insulted.
handle
I mean,
that.
we've really just covered. I mean, I can't really target any specific groups, but we've insulted several.
We're not going to name
so-
names like we've just done in the past 25 minutes.
Yeah, so if you've listened this far, we're sorry. And we definitely should have prefaced everything we said with this apology.
Maybe we should.
But it's
Yeah. we
but it's
should.
okay. We're already in.
Yeah, we're in.
Just take an edit of me and put it at the very beginning. You cut out like the middle of the sentence of what I'm saying something. Sorry, and then just play it.
Okay, so back to what I was about to say. And I don't know. I don't think this is necessarily offensive,
Uh-huh.
but I guess I'll go ahead and drop that. You can take that with however you want.
Okay.
So, what do you think?
Man.
And I want to hear your opinion on this. What do you think?
All right.
If you have if you have a number of people, how many people does it take for an orgy to be an orgy?
About a good 7, I'd say.
7.
I'm rocking a 7, quite honestly.
All right. So 5 people just fucking. That doesn't do anything for you.
Well, I said 7.
Yeah. And I'm trying to get you to think a little bit here.
Well, would you consider 3 people an orgy?
3?
Yes.
Yes, but let me back myself up here.
Okay.
So let me give you a little bit of a psychology
Yeah.
background. So I'm a late '90s boy,
All right.
and I grew up watching Seinfeld because my parents watched Seinfeld.
Fair enough. Yeah.
And there's a scene in Seinfeld where Jerry, the main character, Jerry Seinfeld, is offered
Yes.
a menage a trois, which is a threesome, I believe, between a man and 2 women. I don't really know
Okay.
because I don't speak French. And Jerry says, I think he says something along the lines of, "I'm not an orgy guy," referring to the threesome. So I'd always had that in my head as the orgy baseline.
Let me just ask you now.
Sure. Shoot.
Were you insulted as a child?
What do you mean? Insulted or assaulted?
I guess both.
Like, I don't follow.
So if 3 people, that's not an orgy. I wouldn't consider that an orgy. I'd say that's a 3-way, a three squeege, you know.
3 squeege.
But a 4-person deal.
Mhm.
Is that the boundary? Would you set that as the?
What? Well, I've already said my boundary. I'm sticking with 3.
I think for an orgy, you need at least 3 women
Sure.
and at least 3 men.
Okay.
So that sets the bare minimum at 6.
Wow. Okay. Interesting.
That's my theory.
Okay.
I think for it to be a good orgy,
Have you been to bad orgies?
well, there's bad orgy. Based on your number of people, I mean, an orgy in itself, the more people you have, the better it is, right?
Yeah, for sure.
That's kind of how it's.
Yeah. The old saying,
If you
much of a good thing is a bad thing, that doesn't apply.
come out of an orgy and you haven't had sex with some of the people in the orgy, would you consider that a successful orgy?
No. I feel like that's
Well,
that's the opposite of the point of an orgy.
well, if there's so many people, how are you going to get to them all?
Oh, you mean if you do? I thought you meant if you didn't get with any of them.
No, if
was
you
like,
didn't
are
get
you
with
standing there
no,
watching?
no. I mean, I'm standing there watching.
Well, yeah. But okay, so
You didn't- okay, so you
if you didn't make a full lap, is what you're saying.
Yeah, you don't have sex with all the people. You only have sex with some of them.
Well,
Then it was good, right? That was success.
I think you just didn't have time to get.
Yeah.
I mean, you got things to do, errands to run. Not.
You think people who go to orgies live normal lives? Have you ever? you think? I mean, if you're fucking talking to someone,
Do you know that they're an orgy?
you have no. Yeah, exactly. You could be talking to a normal person
Wow.
who just has orgies, and you would have no idea. Do you think that's how it works?
That's a good question. I
would-
get the feeling that I've talked to people before who've been in orgies and are
Right.
people. Like that's their culture.
Well, what gives you the feeling?
Well, I don't know. Maybe if they're like a little too like handsy. You don't
Okay.
really know 'em. They're like touching you. Like not like grabbing your dick, but like I don't know.
I don't.
They're like if they talk about a little too personal stuff.
All right. Okay.
They're like, sometimes I wet the bed. I'm like, dude, I just met you. If they're like that.
I've never met anyone in my life like that. So
So I mean, maybe their personalities are just maybe they're. I mean, I want to say that they're normal people, but is that a normal thing to do?
You can't tell the difference between a normal person and an orgy goer.
Is that a question?
It is what it is. Let's be honest.
So are you stating a fact? Like,
I'm stating a fact.
say that can
There's
tell
no
the difference?
way
You can't.
there was no way you could discern that someone was an orgy person by the way they act. I mean, you could, but I feel like most people who there's like a lot of people who partake in orgies
Mhm.
that are very like normal people, quote unquote normal.
Sure. I mean, we
That
all
live,
do
like-
things that are kind of weird.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure there's a bunch of people who live normal lives that
Oh, yeah.
partake in.
I mean, there's got to be, and I don't know how I know this, or why I know this, or maybe I was told this, but it's information, and I'm going to share it. There's like orgy like clubs or something in New York,
Okay.
probably any big city.
Well, yeah.
where
I mean,
you sign up and
I feel like
you're allowed
they're
to participate in this orgy coming up next Saturday.
okay.
You have to do like based on tests, like hey, don't do this,
Tests?
please.
They don't test you for what?
You don't want to be fucking people with AIDS.
Okay, yeah. Okay, medical
If
tests.
it's an organized, yeah, that's what I mean.
I would assume you're saying some kind of physical
Talk about a
examination.
fucking ACT.
like, some kind of.
things.
All right. Go on.
No, that's just it. That there's clubs of orgies.
So my dog was killed today.
Oh. How's
You-
that? How does that make you feel?
When we put her down.
All right.
Sometimes I think about my dead dog.
Uh huh.
It's real late at night. You're sitting alone in
Uh-huh.
darkness,
Yeah, I've never had a dog.
and you just look up, and your dog's there. It just comes into your head. I can't
Oh.
explain it.
like a vision, or is
Like
it
a vision.
The dog's actually there, and you actually
It's-
buried it too early.
How many live dogs have you buried? I think about my dead dog. We need to make this. This needs to be a new segment.
All right, sure.
We'll definitely make this a segment.
This is the part of the podcast where we talk about Ethan's dead dog.
It comes in at the most unexpected times, and I'll be honest with you.
So you're still talking about your dead dog?
Yes.
Okay.
Like, okay, my dead dog doesn't physically enter the room.
Yeah.
It's,
Because it's dead.
it's dead.
It's
It's in the ground. There's no way for that to happen. We haven't
We haven't come up with a way for
modern
that.
science, Scientology. So I'm thinking about things, and then it just pops into my head. And
Right.
what do you do at that point? Where do I go?
I mean, I'll be honest. I don't have much experience with.
How many pets? How many cats? You're a cat person.
I'm a cat guy.
You own cats, right?
Yeah, we have 4 cats. Well,
You've probably one has died in your life
Oh,
at least.
Mhm. Mhm.
So you
what's
want
the
to?
deal with that? Okay.
Yeah, what's
Here.
going on there?
Let me weave you a little yarn here. Okay.
If you could,
So we're coming back. My family. This had to be, I don't know, 8 years ago. Coming back
Okay.
From a family trip, and we had this old cat named Violet.
that's
She had a
okay.
problem where she couldn't retract her claws half the time.
oh
So we
boy,
had to unstick her from like sheets and stuff.
that's so
And
okay.
so you might be able to see where this is going.
Yeah.
She was she was fucking 13 or something.
Okay.
So we come back from the trip, and we think we had 2 cats at the time. It was Violet and Sydney, and Sydney greets us at the door. She's like, "Hey, where have you been?" I was like,
Right.
"What's up?" And then I go
Uh-huh.
take my suitcase upstairs and walk into my bedroom,
Mm-hmm.
and there's a dead fucking cat on my bed, and she's. You know how cats will like go up to a scratching post and they're like their feet are on the ground.
Oh
and they,
my
like, reach their
God.
arms up and scratch.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Like that.
Oh no. Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
Was she just stuck? Did she not eat?
Dead.
Oh.
We don't know how long she'd been like that, but she was dead. And
That probably
Yeah.
probably upset you.
well, yeah, and I think the worst part was that she was on my bed, and I had to sleep in that bed, you know, for the rest of my childhood, you know.
Yeah, that's
So and I have vague memories of my dad going out and playing with the cat that day. It was,
Oh my. So do you think your dead cat haunts you?
No, actually, I haven't. Actually, I don't think I had a single nightmare about it.
Are you
Bad
serious?
experience. Like
You didn't
I was pretty upset by the death of my cat.
I mean, yeah.
Don't get me wrong, but like I didn't. I was never haunted, which you know, that's good.
So is your dead cat how does he ever enter your mind?
No. Well, yes, yes.
Yeah, and what do you do? What's your
What
how do you react?
how do I? Okay. Well, usually when I see cats, you know, doing that scratchy pose,
Oh yeah, that's probably yeah.
it's like a flood of
All right.
memories, and it really, you know,
Oh,
kind of pains me.
well, they
uh,
do that pretty often. So I feel like that you're just getting
It's
that.
just a cat thing.
Yeah,
It's a cat thing.
it's
So what we did, we went ahead and adopted several more cats just in case. Just to get the, or not just in case, just to get the memory
Wait a minute.
coming back to me.
oh wait. you,
And we actually, so we,
your family adopted more cats
yeah.
because you had a dead cat.
Well, no, that's not why. We just adopted more cats eventually because we like cats. But we actually, so here's another dead cat story.
I mean,
I got,
okay.
This is the last one. Well, there's actually two more, but I'm just gonna share one of them. This is the part of the podcast where I share my dead cat stories.
Oh my god.
Okay, so we adopt these two cats from the Humane Society,
Uh-huh.
and they're brothers or whatever. They're like actual like litter mates or whatever. And we name them Burt Macklin and Dansby. Burt Macklin is
Wow.
a character from Parks and Rec TV show
Okay.
that we watched.
I'm aware of that, yeah. I'm
So-
aware of the show.
The cat's full name is Burt Macklin FBI.
You didn't have to say that.
Well, it breathes life into the story. It's like Stephen King laying out. Anyway, so we have Burt Macklin and Dansby, and this is another one of those times where we come back from a trip.
You know,
And,
I'm gonna I feel like
Dansby was just gone. He was
you
fucking
have
gone,
you have bad luck on trips.
dude.
You leave like what's going on? You,
Well, you know, I can't remember if it was like a trip or if it was like we just came back, or like one night we woke up and he was gone.
okay.
But our neighbor apparently heard a cat screaming behind his house, and like it was like fighting with like a wolf or something. And
Wow.
we never saw Dansby again. So
Do you think pets go to heaven? Do you think there's a dog hell?
well,
Do you think there's a pet hell? Let me generalize here.
sure. A pet hell. You know, I'd like
You know,
to
like
think not.
like if you're a bad
To think
pet,
not.
you'd like to think not.
Yeah.
If you're a bad pet,
I feel like there's no bad pets. There's just bad owners.
that's not true. There's definitely bad pet. Well,
I mean,
You
so
could have-
like you know, you can place some blame on the pet because they like
Right.
have some sort of mental thing, but like a lot of it, I feel like is on the owners.
uh-huh.
Like, you know, maybe leaving our cat alone in a house with
Yeah, that
things she could get
might
caught on
not
is probably a bad idea. I didn't know that. I was like not very old.
Wow.
Yeah. But as far as pet heaven, pet hell, um, as a pet owner,
What race is Johnny? This is our new segment of the podcast. We'll be visiting this more than one time. If you haven't met Johnny, you won't meet him.
yeah,
You
so
won't.
Johnny. Johnny's he's a friend. He's a friend of ours.
He's a friend of ours. He'll be on the podcast at some probably, unless he dies. But we don't know what race he is. And this is the part where we guess that race.
So yeah, it's not just a he's black or he's not black.
If you've met this man,
Mhm.
it's an appropriate game to play because he is a jack of all card of all trades,
races.
jack of all races. So we're just gonna
So
guess what he is.
basically, here's the deal. Johnny identifies as a white man.
It's true.
He what am I trying to say? His family has led him to believe that he's white. And
I wouldn't.
what's up?
I think he knows deep down that he's not white,
Okay,
but he identifies as white.
sure.
So we're gonna get into that. We're gonna get all the sticky stuff. Johnny's not white.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I think the consensus between our friend group, or maybe just me and my co-host here, we don't believe he's white.
We never introduced ourselves
Oh fuck!
at the beginning of the podcast.
God damn it! All
All right.
It's too late to do that.
How much have you recorded?
We're in our 44th minute.
Wow. Can you edit? Can you edit properly?
Yes.
Okay. Mark this moment
Okay. Sure.
or pause it or do something.
Sure.
We're going to record an intro.
Sure.
You're going to put that at the beginning.
Okay.
Include this in the podcast
Yeah,
if you
sure.
want, quite frankly.
Yeah.
Because this is pretty pathetic.
I'm making a
We're going to have to.
I'm making a note.
We'll introduce ourselves in chronos
If
chronological order.
Okay.
Next, but for this one you're gonna have to do a snippet because I don't want to re-record everything we've already been through.
yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So I don't know what you want to do. If you want to,
Well, I didn't have a plan.
yeah. I mean, God's plan.
Oh.
So let's
We could stumble on through this here.
do you want to finish out the podcast?
Yeah, let's
then
just
we'll
finish it out, and then we
Okay. All right.
remain anonymous until the
All right. That's
Or
well, we won't
if
be
we edit it at the
anonymous
beginning.
because you'll edit at the beginning, so then we'll be introduced.
Yeah.
But anyway, my dead dog. Johnny's not one.
John. Okay. If we're gonna keep talking about this Johnny guy, and I think that we need to, and he's gonna be a guest on the show sometime.
He is not okay.
We have a circle of friends we play games with. We play online games together because
We do.
we're all orgy guys.
Uh,
All right, that's
you.
edit that out.
Yeah, we're gonna. All right, just.
All right. Uh,
So Johnny's. He's assumed to be white. It's a common.
I
We
think it's
always.
a common misconception that he's white.
Yeah, it's most people know that he's not white. I mean, you can look at him, and it's just pretty obvious. But he refuses to believe that he is not white.
Yeah. He lives in. Maybe we shouldn't get too specific. He lives in a bad place.
Let's give his exact address and his social security number and his zip code.
He lives in a bad place. Maybe.
He lives in a bad
What would you?
in a bad area.
Area.
You know,
Because I don't want to be mean.
I really wouldn't describe it as a bad area. I would just say it's a little
So, like,
rougher.
every once in a while, you talk about how a black guy gets shot.
It's a little rougher of an area.
Yeah. More so than the pristine white places.
You can't, yeah, it's not like you can just go out and do whatever you want at any point in the day. You kind of have to monitor yourself. But it's not like you're going to get, robbed or some shit if you,
And I've never been there, so I don't want to make too many assumptions because maybe it is a nice place, and
Yeah,
he just exaggerates.
We've only known from what he's told us.
Yeah,
But
we'd like to extrapolate also. So really, distinguishing fact from fiction at this point is kind of hard.
it's a mumble jump.
Yeah. Where were we going with that?
So I ran in yesterday.
Okay.
Walking to class.
Okay.
Two Mormon. Shit.
Missionary.
Two guys. I don't know their. I call them Mormon guys before I've even got to that point in the story. Such bad storytelling. Holy shit, dude. All right, so two guys of unknown religious affiliation approach me, and the one guy says to me, "Hey, do I know you?" And I'm like, "No, I don't think we do." And he's like, "I swear to God, I've seen you before."
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, "No, you haven't. I don't know what you're talking about."
Yeah.
And then the next thing out of his mouth is, "God knows all of us, and he would like me to know that we've known each other since birth through God's glory." And I'll tell you what. These gentlemen, they're Mormon, all right? If you haven't picked that up at this point, they're both Mormon of Mormon affiliation.
Oh my God.
The man spent 20 minutes talking to me about the Mormon religion and all of its glory.
That's way too.
And then proceeded to give me a business card. A business, yeah.
Business card?
A business card.
Are you sure he wasn't fucking Cutco?
Wow.
Knives?
I mean, it was an ordeal, man. I'll tell you what. 20 minutes, and I'm on my way to class, mind you. And I'm not gonna tell the guy. I'm not gonna walk away.
Well, maybe you should have.
I should have.
Hey,
but I'm.
Hey, I'm on my way to class.
Yeah,
I'm late for
but I don't know. He was passionate. And I was like, I'll listen to the spiel. But
I'll listen to anything if they got passion.
It was really just not good, and I don't mind. We're gonna talk about religion on the podcast because that's
something.
Good topics. I'll always talk about politics and religion.
Yeah.
But if you're religious, You don't have to force your religion on other people.
Here we go.
My dead dog. if, if you're religious, don't cram it down my throat. I'm okay with you being religious. I don't care that you are religious, but trying to make others who aren't religious believe in your religion.
So what you're saying, you're not a fan of the evangelical type.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Essentially.
Yeah, I think that's fair, and maybe
Yeah.
it applies to other things that.
Right. Well, yeah, that's just a general.
Just
Yeah.
If you have a fucking sweet ass toaster, don't come and tell me about it.
Exactly.
Just you got a sweet toaster. That's fantastic. I'm happy
You don't need.
that you have a
you
good
don't need-
toaster.
Well, I think it has to. You don't need to convince other people. If you've got something,
Yeah.
and it makes you truly happy or makes you feel accepted,
Mhm.
then you won't actually feel the need to to convince other people about how great it is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's just how things work in general.
I can understand that.
So I feel like the people who are like trying to like convert others or spread ideas, that kind of shit.
Yeah.
They aren't actually like, they don't actually believe in what they're saying, or they don't actually like
Well,
accept.
the problem with that is you get into a territory where their Bible or whatever their doctrine says that they have to go and tell people. So it's kind of like,
Yeah, I guess that's kind of muddy water.
yeah. Well, for Mormons especially, they're like, hey, you have to go to fucking South Africa right now.
So how many people?
Mhm.
How many Native Americans were here?
I think I said several last time.
Several.
Several millions?
There's like clans,
Like tribes?
tribes. There's tribes,
Clans?
clans,
Tribal clansmen?
clansmen.
How do we go? Okay, let me. How do we go from talking about Hanser and his steroids to don't put your religion on me?
I think the good thing about the Mormon religion
Mhm.
is nothing. It's horrible.
Okay.
Not trying to offend anyone.
I mean it's.
Coming to the let me get that apology in there after I've already offended people.
Hey, by the way, your religious faith is bullshit. But offended. Hope
you
you're
know.
offended.
I think we need to.
We need to take a break here so you can. Cool
I think
down.
we need to wrap this one up.
Yeah. Okay.
I think we've insulted enough people in this short spurt.
Mhm.
I think it's good. I think we call it.
I think we can wrap it up. Tune in next time to where we will continue to discuss Johnny's race
Yeah.
and
my dead dog. God bless. God bless her soul.
all right.
Will be thought about. Yeah, I
Is that it? Are you done?
think we're good. Yeah.
All right.